Okay, so I'm back with another video tonight, and this is just talking about how OpenAI is a complete disaster, um, and just bad decisions being made. I'm not gonna, go over this article like the whole time, but I just had to address the whole Sam Altman thing because he is killing what I think is a very good company by just these constant bad decisions. And while this is going on, I'm going to show you how you can find a better AI than ChatGPT. I'm going to show you Kiyomi. And I'm also going to have Kiyomi build something that can help you to get away from OpenAI and find better options. So let's talk about OpenAI with Sam Altman. The ChatGPT uninstalls surged by 295%. Okay? And when I look at this article, this is from Tech Radar. He's published an internal memo about the U.S. military deal on X. He announced the announcement was rushed and tweaked the wording. ChatGPT uninstalls are up by 295%, according to recent data. And he's got this tweet right here. Here's a repost of an internal post. Okay, we've been working on that. I'm not really, I have no interest in any of this political stuff or anything. What I really want to talk about here is just the bad decision making that he continues to make from these deals that he made where OpenAI is supposed to get $1.4 trillion in just a few days. And let me go ahead and get to Kiyomi too, because I want to go ahead and show you all how you guys can be freed from OpenAI. Kiyomi is a product that I made right here in the CLI, but I want to show you something different today about Kiyomi. We're going to do setup right here, setup Telegram, because here are the steps, because I had previous customers and we used to work Kiyomi off of Telegram. This version still works off of Telegram, but I remade it to work even better. So I want to show you this because the demonstration that I'm going to do to help you to get away from OpenAI is going to take place on Telegram, which is something that most people want to use. Most people don't want to get into the CLI like this. They want to just be able to talk to it on Telegram. So here are the easy instructions to get Telegram. You get Kiyomi on your phone in 2 minutes. You create a Telegram bot, open Telegram, search for BotFather, tap start, then send, new bot, pick a name, my Kiyomi, pick a username. It'll give you a token live, and then all you got to do is paste the bot token right there, and then you'll get up and running. So let me get back to Sam Altman. This is the website for Kiyomi, by the way. But let's go into Telegram while I get this going, because I want to get this going while we're talking about Sam Altman. Because again, I just want to show you all how to get away from Sam Altman and from his company. And it's not these, like, again, I'm going to get into the reasons why. So here's the prompt. Read the OpenAI disaster build MD on my desktop and follow the instructions to build the website described in it. Create all files in the current directory. What I'm showing here is why my own AI that I made, because it's built from the best tools in the world, is better than OpenAI. It is a better alternative. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go grab the MD file and put the path name in there too, so that it knows better. And then I'll just come right here to Telegram and post that. And then it'll build as I talk. But okay, we got the circular deals for the 1.4 trillion. And then, and you see she's working because it's typing right here. And this is Keiko 3.0. This is my Telegram bot that I built to work with Kiyomi. So you'll see her power. And she's running commands, so she's working. But he's got these deals with this money that won't be made, because think about it. If you look at all the companies in the United States, all of them over a period of a year do not generate $1.4 trillion. So he's saying that OpenAI will be able to do this. And I think he said just a few years or something. The company's bleeding money. He is not good when it comes to public relations at all. This new deal that he did, it has all these political implications to it. And the thing is, and this is how I run Kiyomi, when it comes to someone's political stance or religion or these topics that are taboo to people, you leave them alone. They don't belong in business. They don't belong, you need to know your place. because you want customers. But he's so desperate for money because of all these bad deals that he's made. And now people are starting to pull away because you have Gemini, you have Claude, Anthropic. And now you have something like Kiyomi. And Kiyomi is way less expensive than any of those, and it has even more power. And so he's got competitors that are already undercutting him, provide better service, and he continues to go out here and fall on his face. And my question to people, well, would you look at that like already? Stop overpaying for AI that doesn't deliver. We help businesses migrate off OpenAI to faster, cheaper, more reliable alternatives. Average client saves 60% on AI costs. Book free consultation, see our results. 50 companies migrated, 2 million saved clients. And this is just a simple website. The OpenAI Exodus, Why Smart Companies Are Switching. Published by Nexus AI Consulting. The cost problem. So it covers the cost. The reliability problem. When OpenAI launched its service, pricing felt reasonable. A small cost for access to what seemed like the most capable AI on the planet. But that honeymoon is long over. GPT-4 costs have climbed steadily. So this all has real facts. This is all built by Kiyomi, okay? And it gives you everything. So if you're someone who's like a professional consultant who knows AI services and wants to move people off of AI services, if that's your business, look at what Kiyomi just did while I was talking. Look at this. This is and this is within just like a couple of minutes, and I did it using Telegram. OpenAI's Codex can't do this because Codex, you got to work within the CLI. You have to know how a CLI works. It doesn't give you Telegram access by just doing a simple setup. I have made a superior product, I feel. Now, you can do whatever you want in the comments, okay? But this is what I run my whole business off of. And look, this was right in Telegram. I didn't open the Kiyomi CLI to do this. I did it right in Telegram. So again, and it made a website to where if you're a small business owner, do you look at how quickly this was made? Let me get some water. Or some liqueur. Ooh, that's good. But I'm saying this is like within minutes. I planned on that build happening the whole video. It only happened for a couple of minutes. And it's easy through Telegram. If I wanted to use my phone to do it, I could use my phone to do it. Okay, Codex doesn't have that capability. You got to get into Codex and figure that out yourself. Why would you figure it out yourself and do all that when all you have to do is just go to kiyomibot.ai and buy Kiyomi? That will do it. Okay? So let's get back to the disaster because I don't want this video to go too long. But it's like he's doing all of this stuff. And my question is, OpenAI as a company, why don't they put a different front man out there? He's like the people he's the person in the whole tech space, probably with the exception of Elon Musk, who is the most disliked. And OpenAI is bleeding so much money that they could easily be sold out. Not sold out, but out of business, in the next year. Now, you could say that that's why he, is trying to work with the government so that he thinks the government will bail him out. But look at this pullback that's happened. Look at the exodus that's happened. If I go back to the article, ChatGPT uninstalls surged by 295%. Nobody wants to deal with this man. Nobody, and I'm not saying that he's just this awful person. I'm just saying that he's not thinking. It's decision after decision after decision. This year when we were watching the Super Bowl, we saw, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to put ads on ChatGPT. Well, that made people leave. Then it was, well, I'm going to make all these deals. And then you see NVIDIA trying to really leave them and say, oh, well, we promised that we were going to do this, but we didn't sign any paper. And then when you look at it, here's this decision that comes. So now Anthropic, which was the long third person in this whole battle. You only had like, I didn't really know anything about Anthropic till like January. I had heard of Claude but never used it. Now, with only his bad decision making, Anthropic has surged to #1 on the App Store with AI. And now he's looking at a mass exodus of customers and a mass exodus of the people who work for OpenAI. And my question is, why do you have this man out here? I just showed you all in real time how my product, Kiyomi, does better than Codex. And I'm not lying. I just showed you right in front of you. I just showed you come in Codex. You come in Kiyomi, you do the simple setup Telegram, and then all you got to do is put your bot token there. And then boom, you got a more powerful machine than Sam Altman with OpenAI and all his billions. And you see the prices, you see the annual option. And really, if you get into the YouTube description or you look at my pinned comment that's going to be on this video, you can get this even cheaper and affordable. Nobody out here has any jobs. Nobody out here can afford anything. So if I'm going to give you a service, not only am I going to give you the best service possible, but I'm going to give you a service that you can afford. And yeah, no, Richard's a little guy. I say in all my videos, Richard's this little guy who we don't want to pay any attention to. Okay, you can wait if you want to. But this is a big deal. This is something serious. This is something that I just showed you that I can make on ChatGPT. Not on ChatGPT, but on Kiyomi. Let's do this. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's just copy and paste the same prompt. Let me go back to my Telegram and I'll not show that on the screen, but let's just copy and paste the same prompt. Because here's the reality. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to paste it in. Okay. So, because here's the reality of this. Most people will use ChatGPT. Okay? Look, I can't directly access files. I can't do this. I can't do that. So most people are going to get on ChatGPT. Most people are not going to know how to operate a CLI like Codex. And then Codex doesn't have a built-in setup where you can put it on Telegram and then just run your stuff from there. But Kiyomi does. And Kiyomi, unlike the other competitor, unlike the other competitor, OpenClaw, well, Kiyomi's 100% local. Right on your computer without the security flaws. Now, you got to ask yourself, do you think that it's wise for me to go out and make a lot of statements and do a lot of deals so people lose trust in me and not have any faith in me and just want to leave my company just because they feel that I'm not a responsible person? It's not wise for me to do something like that. So when I'm looking at a guy who's making billions on billions, or at least that's what he tells people, and he doesn't know these basic lessons, like don't involve yourself in controversial issues, just stay neutral, and just leave things alone, whether it be something like politics or whether it be, promising all this money and promising things that you can't do. Look, if we've got AI services now that are the best in the world, I'm talking Kiyomi, I'm talking Claude, Gemini, and even Codex, OpenAI, and they have problems remembering things, why would you say, yeah, we're close to AGI? Why would you say, yeah, it's going to be as smart as a human? Why would you say, yeah, I'm going to make it be in charge of things that could bring harm to people? It's just not wise. But the facts are, and this is where I'll end the video, the facts are a lot of these people just don't see the benefit in being honest in their dealings. Why am I showing you Kiyomi? Why did I show you live, what she could do using just Telegram? Because I want to show you live the capabilities. This is Kiyomi. This is what, can be done and can be done with the small business owner or the regular person in mind. because I'm a small business owner. I'm a regular person. I don't have any incentive at all to lie to you because, as I've said in my videos before, I have a lot bigger reasons to be honest and to be someone who operates this in integrity. So, hey, I'm going to end it. Check out the description or check out my pinned comment. You're able to buy Kiyomi monthly or annually. It's the bring your own API key so that you don't have to worry about being limited on tokens when you work with Kiyomi. It gives you a deal. It locks in a price forever. You should take a look at it. It's really good. OpenAI is an absolute disaster, and I don't know what's going to happen to them. It's just a lot of bad decision making. In my opinion, they need to go sit Sam down. They need to go sit Sam Altman down and have somebody else be the front person and just let him operate in the background because he doesn't know what he's doing and he's making a lot of mistakes. And I'm hoping that he, turns a corner and becomes an honest person. But I know I don't want any dealings with OpenAI at all. And again, look at what was made by Kiyomi. If you're a small business person and you're like an AI consultant, hey, this can help you. A lot of people are leaving OpenAI, and a lot of people need to know what to do. And this was made by Kiyomi in less than 5 minutes. Y'all saw it. So, hey, if you agree, if you disagree, let me know. But that's just how I feel, and I really think that those are the facts. Hey, give Kiyomi a try, buy her. Take advantage of that deal that I got down in the comment section or in the description. But anyway, y'all, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.